come on. Get them shackles off him. Oh, son can't eat proper.
Dunno, not sure I like that. What if he runs for it? He's worth a heap of coin.
Ah, bollocks. Been holding him a week, hasn't tried a thing. Why are you up and bolt now? Matter of fact, got to thinking. What did a sweet, gentle chap like him do to get the Queen of Zericania so riled?
She's a shrew, that's one. Queen and witch in one. Worst of both worlds.
Look about her. What do you say to one more of your tales? While we toss down some cards.
Ah, why not? And since you mentioned one queen...
Hello and welcome. This is Sahara with the brand new Let's Play, Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. It came out in 2018 from CD Projekt Red. Takes place in the Witcher environment. It's a game based upon the Gwent game. Yeah, so that's interesting. So it has a lot of familiar characters. I mean, not the characters, but familiar places and names and all that. So I did start a game to see how it would work. The Gwent is totally different than what was in Witcher 3, my brain. Okay, so I don't want to do adventure, that's just too easy. I did do the Bonebreaker when I started it, but then when I realized how much different it is, I'm afraid I'm going to die a lot in battle. It's for players familiar with Gwent and ready to put their skills to the test. If you follow me in Witcher 3, the Toussaint one, the Blood and Wine DLC, I had lost that tournament after I won the very first one, and then after that I lost. So I'm not a skilled Gwent player, and I didn't even have it on hard. I had it on just medium for the gameplay, for the Gwent gameplay, not for the actual playing. So I'm going to do Battle Hardened for players seeking a moderate challenge and an impactful story. I don't know if I can change them when I get into it, but I think this is where I'm going to keep it at. So let us go on. New game. They do have some of the same stuff, but it's totally different.
The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Neve, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was, not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Neve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
This is Caldwell over here. You can tell he's a diplomat. Look at how fat he is, right? Mm-hmm.
Hail, Your Majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end, letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so.
And what would that be?
The Strays of Spalla, the bandits. I was attended to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
And how did that happen? Because you got busy playing Gwent? So I have an option. I can either say disappointing, or I can say settle down, Caldwell. He didn't seem like he was, well,
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right, speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As your grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails before long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the Strays camp in the forest near Lochran. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept.
Yeah.
Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the Strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
Okay.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
Oh.
So the gold? All of it?
It's stolen, your grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be your grace's wish.
So while you were playing Gwent, they got away or whatever. I assume that's what has happened, but maybe that foreshadowing at maybe the beginning that we saw was foreshadowing, but you don't look like you're very competent anyway, and you let them get the gold.
After weeks in the saddle, your grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait.
Yep.
I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it.
Are you up to that?
Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
As you can see, it's a very different game than the Witcher games. It still has a big map on it though. Welcome to the Thronebreaker tutorial. Before embarking on your adventure, you should get acquainted with basic game mechanics. You can control your character using the left mouse key. Follow the cobblestone road to reach the next stage of your journey. I don't know if I can backtrack. Can I? I can, but I can only go so far. Okay. This is my morale from my troops. A bitter return. Do we want to do... I want to make sure the audio... The music volume seemed a little high, so I'm going to turn it down some more. All right, there we go. There's a little path over here. Just looking at everything, because you know me, I look at everything. Cool, we got a windmill. I hear a hen in the background. You will expand your army throughout the game, but to do so, you must collect the following types of resources: gold, wood, and recruits. Okay. While on the road, you can find useful items and even new companions who will support you in battle. If you don't want to miss anything, be sure to thoroughly explore the map and complete complete side quests. Can I get rid of that? Can I talk to you? No, but I got this over here. You have to use your right mouse button and hold it down to collect items. Oh, looks like there's something up here I can collect.
Thought it were bandits riding me.
Okay, that's more wood. This kind of goes in a little loopy here.
They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
Okay, you're talking about gold.
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you.
Oh, so we got a map. Congratulations, you found a treasure map. Search the area and you may just find the secret location marked on the map with an X. So we need to find a little hut with a stump over here, some trees, and it looks like it's kind of like on the, what am I trying to think of? The trees to the southeast of the hut or south of the hut. Okay. Can I actually save or does it save itself? I think it saves itself. Do you have anything more to say?
The strays, they're called, Your Majesty, because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed. The strays, they're called, Your Majesty.
Okay.
Because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed.
I don't know what this thing is. It looks like it's a banner of some kind. Oh, gotta hold it down. Oh, was that a soldier or something I recruited? Or sources? Okay. Got wood. More wood. Cool. Anything over here? An obstacle blocks your path. To remove it, you will need to spend some of your resources. Okay, but let's take a look down here. Was there something here that just popped up as I walked by? No. What over here? Oh, is this it? Well, this looks like this could have been it. Oh, it is. I found it. Okay. Ooh, 250 gold, I think it said. Cool. So this was the little house with the tree. Okay. So, report. Your Majesty, it seems someone felled an old oak which now blocks the road. Unfortunately, our wagons cannot go around it. How do you wish to proceed? So I can either have the loggers sort the matter. Our soldiers should conserve their strength, so I have to spend money and I gain wood. Or issue axes to the soldiers and put them to work. That I lose a soldier and gain wood. So for one less soldier, I gain 25 wood, but for 25 coins, I gain 50 wood. What's the better deal? I think we'll go with this. Okay. Got little flowers everywhere. Most interactive objects are marked clearly on your map, but not all. Some events cannot be predicted, so you'd best be prepared for anything.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Lee charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
Okay, this is battle. Maeve was convinced the bandits would flee to the cover of the forest upon realizing their great mistake. After all, no ordinary bandit would dare attack the retinue of a queen, yet the Strays of Spalla were of a different breed. They held nothing sacred. So story battle, a key battle in Maeve's story. Unique cards may appear in your hand or deck. Custom deck. Unique cards will appear on this battlefield. I'm not sure what this means, but other than that. Okay, so let's start battle. This is the battlefield. You will play your cards on the bottom half, and your opponent will play on the top. So it's quite different than Gwent. We don't get 3 lines, we only get 2. We get, currently at this time anyway, from what I've seen, maybe expands, I don't know, but you get your close range and you get your ranged combat. There is no trebuchets, which makes sense because we're traveling on the road, and trebuchets mean carrying all that equipment with you, so I can understand why there isn't 3. Okay. So we will play at the bottom half, these 2 down here, and our opponents will play up here at the top. Units can be played on one of 2 rows, melee or ranged, but remember, the abilities of some cards may be different depending on the role you play them. Yeah, there's a lot totally different abilities in this game. A standard battle can last up to 3 rounds. The first to win 2 rounds wins the whole match, and that is same as regular Gwent. Players alternate their turns. During your turn, you can play only 1 card, but you can use any number of abilities. The player who goes first in a match is the same who initiated the battle. In this case, you encountered an ambush, so your opponent will have the first turn.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Okay, the strength of each unit you play adds to your army's total strength, which is, these are the 2 rows, and this is the cumulation of them. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of your round will win the round, which is going to be here and here. Some units have armor. Armor absorbs a certain amount of damage dealt to the unit. And that's what this up here is, your armor. This is 2 armor. Just like this one is 3 armor.
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Most cards have an ability of some kind. To learn more about it, select the card and read its short description. Additional information will appear if you right-click on the card. So if I right-click on this card, this is Strays of Spalla. It's a human. Move 1 unit to the row opposite this unit and damage it by 1. Trigger this ability when played. What is this? Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight? Okay, so, this I think is their graveyard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is their graveyard. And this is their leader. Their leader, Strays of Spalla, is human with no abilities. This is my leader over here. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I need to play a card. I can either play Loyal, boost self by 5, trigger this ability automatically when your leader is ability is used. So this one will boost itself by 5 when I use my leader ability. So it's 7 right now. It will boost itself to 12, and then when I do my leader ability, it will boost itself even higher. This one is an Arbalist. Damage an enemy by the number of cards on this row, including self. Reach 2. So this is when you would put in your back row to go after your close combat one. Or you can put it in your close combat one to trigger their ranged one. Trigger this ability when played. The distance in rows that you can target. So if I have multiple people, if I have multiple cards in a row and I use this, it will damage the enemy by the number of cards plus itself. I can't find the bullseye. I can find the bullseye from 100 paces. Perhaps not with my first shot, mind you. Okay. And then we have Count Caldwell. He's a human. Play a couple of each adjacent unit from your deck. Trigger this ability when played. Oh, I'm sorry. Play a copy of each adjacent unit from your deck. I'm not sure what that means. Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners why it's simply not proper. Okay, so he's got a high. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and because this is a Slinger. Okay. I mean, they seem to have lower cards. So we're going to go ahead and deploy him here.
Salt of the earth, they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
Sicklemen have the loyal ability. This means that their other abilities are activated every time you use May's ability. So the loyal ability, which you can't see unless you click on them. So whenever I activate her ability, all the loyal abilities will activate. Each leader has its own unique ability. To learn what it is, just select the leader. Maeve's ability allows her to boost a unit's strength and add armor to it. She can use this ability once every few turns. To use Maeve's ability, first select her, then select one of your units. Oh, here, okay. So she's gonna boost self by 5.
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Okay, so it boosted 1, so it boosted no more than that because it was 7, and then it gives itself a boost by 5, which gave it 12. So it gave it another additional 4, plus it gave it 1 armor. Okay, so you cannot make any more moves. It's time to end your turn because I used a card plus I used an ability. Okay.
We'll catch 'em all!
So, they're cavalry, Strays cavalry. Whenever an enemy takes damage, boost self by 1. Okay. Play any card. To play damage, so do I want to damage this one or this one? It's an arbalest, so let's go ahead and damage this one. We're going to put this one in the back.
Give me a target.
End your turn, okay.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Your opponent's cards also have abilities. Okay, so let's, okay. Be sure to read their descriptions carefully and adapt your strategy accordingly. But you don't know that until after they play them. So this is a Stray Slinger. Move 1 unit to the row opposite this unit and damage it by 1. I don't... It flew... It made this one go back by 1. This one did. Or was it this one? No, it wasn't the cavalry. It was this one. So why did it go back? But it's still 16. So I didn't lose any points. It just made it go back 1. So play a copy of each adjacent unit from your deck. Can I put them in between?
Time I taught you some respect.
Aha! Count Godwell's ability allows him to summon from the deck copies of the cards that are adjacent to him. His ability is achieved the moment he is played. I see. So I put him in between, and then I end up with 2 more cards.
This artist will be reaping black-clad heads.
And then I have this one.
Arbalest to your command.
And he gets to shoot.
The strays took tail and run.
Alright. So,
Yes.
12 to
Our victory
43.
is assured. Sound the horns. May they sing praises of this triumph for ages.
So if I had played him over here on this side instead of in between these two, I only would have got 1 card. I would have got the Sickleman. Okay. When you have played all of your cards, the end of turn button will turn into a pass button. When you pass, you will not be able to perform any actions until the start of your next turn. To end the the last turn of the round, press the... Yep, okay. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of your round will win the round. In the event of a tie, both players will receive a victory point. So they will both win then? Okay, excuse me. So this is one round. We need to do two.
Battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive.
Okay.
Battle formation! Protect the queen!
Alright, the player who won the previous round will play first in the next round. So I have the Sickleman, an Arbalist, but he's not any good unless there's somebody already out on the field. These are both worth 7.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Oh, I gotta end.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Okay. These are the ones that I can use her. It says it has a cooldown on her. Cooldown 3. Boost an ally by 4 and give it 1 armor. I'm not accustomed to interruptions, is what she says. But it doesn't tell you when the cooldown. So it gives 4 plus 1 armor. I think I'd use my Arbalist at the end when I know.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Oh, I always forget to do my end turn. But I can use her ability. But I can only use it on one, so let's go ahead and boost him. Oh, it does boost them both. Oh, wow, that's amazing then. Okay. So if I have multiple loyal cards out on the field, it boosts them all. Well, that's 27 then. Okay.
The chase is on!
So this is the cavalry. Whenever an enemy takes damage, boosts self by 1. So I have 1 more left, which is an Arbalist. So if I put him out on the field, I can go either after him. I think I'm going to go after...
Armor won't say.
this one. But you have to break their armor first, before you can do any damage to them. So if they have armor on them, you can do... You're not going to take them down any. That's odd. Especially since you only get 3 cards to start or to play.
I hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
So, you've won 2 rounds in a row, which means you are the battle's victor. Congratulations. Yeah, 32 to 12.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood not a chance.
Okay.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Neve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
So the cavalry was in front, infantry and arbalists are in the back. Okay. So that's the first battle, and of course they probably make you help you win the first battle. You'd probably have to be a moron to lose it. Okay, so here's all the what's left over from the battle. Stuff we can pick up. Ooh, we got 35 gold, more gold. Can we get over here? No, we cannot. Okay.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the pearl of the north. With its hills and dales, Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count.
Yeah.
I shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
So, to survey your army, you must first pitch camp. Pitch camp by pressing the tent button on the left side of the screen, which is over here. It also has a plus or an exclamation mark on it to show that you have something you need to do. Camp buildings allow you to expand your army and give you access to important information. Most camp buildings can be improved in your workshop. These improvements will give you access to stronger units, thus easing your journey down the line. Enter the workshop, which is this thing over here. Oh, come on. So we have the royal tent. Here you can build and improve camp buildings. To improve your camp buildings, you must first collect the appropriate quantity of gold and wood, which shows up here. For your journey, you'll definitely need access to a regional map, but to get it, you will first need to improve your royal tent. Upgrade the royal tent. So this is our royal tent right now. You can check your main objectives in official correspondence here. If I want to update it, I have to click on this and hold it down. Provide access to a map of your current region, and then we can do this one too, which is thanks to this improvement, you now have access to the regional map, which you can open from the main game screen. The workshop itself can also be improved. With each subsequent improvement, you will gain access to new, stronger units. Go to the command tent to view your army. Is this it? Aha. Maeve's army. In the command tent, you can create units and build your army from available cards. So we have different types of cards. We have a banner, fortitude tonic. We have a build medic, which is the same as the Gwent, where it will draw out a person from your graveyard. But some of the other ones are different. Improving this building will increase your army's recruit cap, allowing you to use stronger units. The cards currently in your deck are displayed on the left-hand side, which is here. So 24 out of 25, 110 out of 125. All cards available for you to create and place in your deck are displayed on the main screen, which is here, I'm assuming. Oh, you can search. I guess that's maybe what this is, the search? You can gain access to new cards by upgrading your training grounds and workshop, as well as through certain story-related tasks. Grayed out cards, which they all look grayed out to me. I don't know, is this grayed out or greened out? I don't know. Grayed out cards are available, but have not yet been created. You must first create them before you can include them in your deck. I don't know what they mean by grayed. These down here? Grayed out? I don't know what they mean by grayed out. These look like they could be special ones since they're all sparkly. Oh, it's grayed out. Your deck must contain a minimum of 25 cards, and only have 24, while not exceeding your army's recruit cap, which is this. Currently, your recruit cap sits at 125 points. To create new cards, you need a particular resource, recruits. You can gain, which I think is symbolized by this up here. You can gain recruits at conscription posts, which are marked on the map with a helmet icon, as well as through certain story-related tasks. You've received additional resources to recruit a Wagenburg card. Right-click now on Wagenburg to preview and recruit it. Okay, so now these are highlighting. So we have Lyrian, this is a Sickleman, this is a drummer. This is the field medic. This is Rivian Pikeman. Summon all copies of this unit. Oh, so it's a muster card. Play a copy of each adjacent. Yeah, that's the count. Alright, so this is the Wagonman. So right click on it. It's a machine. Build support. Damage all units on an enemy roll by this unit's armor amount, then lose all armor. Gain 1 armor whenever a card appears on this row. An ability triggered manually by the player. Units with order cannot be used for 1 turn after being placed in the battlefield, whereas artifacts can be used immediately. So as soon as I place it down, I can't use it until the next turn. So this is a card you want to play either the first as one of the first ones or a second one, depending on how many cards you're going to play, I guess. Absorbs a given amount of damage, then is removed. Okay. Hey, walls on wheels. They stole my idea. Okay. So we want to recruit. To recruit, it's going to cost 250 gold and 2 recruits and 50 wood. So are you sure you wish to recruit Wagenberg? Yes, I do. So I think I got 2 of them. You can now... Okay, so it looks like I have 25. Oh, I had to click on it to get it over here. So it looks like I have 2 of them in my deck. You can now view and create new cards or return to the main game screen to continue your journey. I think we already have the field medic. Play a random ally from your graveyard. Trigger this ability when played. So I have 2 of those, 2 of the pikemen, 2 of the Wagenberg, 3 of the regiment drummer, and I think this one is play the top blitz unit from your deck. An ability triggered manually by the player. Units with order cannot be used for 1 turn. The number of times in order. Okay. I don't know what that... Well, this is the armor. So this means it has to go 5 turns, I think? Okay. So I think we're fine for now. You can now take a look at your other camp buildings to familiarize yourself with their functions, or you can return to the main game screen to continue your journey. Well, let us go to... This is our mess tent. You can talk with your companions in the mess tent. Give them a little bit of your time, and you may just learn a secret or 2. So this is the barkeep.
Worked in a mess once at serving no meat, not even sausage. Weren't long before the men rioted.
So he's given us a hint there that if we don't have food for our men, their morale's going to go down, I assume. Yeah, I didn't do anything. He's got an exclamation mark. This is Reynard.
A bit of respite, Reynard?
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease.
It's not wearisome sitting alone.
Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant. Nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim. and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good at all, would it? Be talking behind your king's back. Yeah, doomed to end badly, that I dare say.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
Yep.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me.
Yeah, that would be kind of treasonous going around talking about the king's decisions and stuff, right? Or bad-mouthing him, too.
But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognised and heeded.
Well, that was wisdom itself, being able to recognize it in other people, that he wasn't smart enough.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave, save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly.
Billen is not suited to be the king. He's her son, her young son.
Alas, I've come to fear Villain might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, your grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
16 years old isn't very old, but I think in this day and age, back then, in the medieval days, 16 was considered a man.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances, events beyond his control.
And that could very well be, too.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise, we must hope Ancaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that, either.
So you have another son who's younger? Okay. Well, I must go.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Alright, and this guy here, this Grey Rider, he gives me statistics. Total time spent, 40 minutes. Quest completed, none. I got 1 of 10 golden chests found. Alright. So that was the mess, the mess tent. Okay, we have the royal tent. In the royal tent, you can view the letters and maps you've received so far, as well as keys and car fragments. The royal tent screen can also be accessed from the main game screen by pressing the knapsack icon. So we have letters. Royal Steward's letter. Your Highness, artisans from Gradabor have prepared a new tapestry pattern for the throne room. I've included engraving of the design. You will be pleased with it, I hope. It's a Cetrian lion inherited from King Corin I. Bared fangs offer stunning realism, and the ancestral sword of the Delans of Temeria. It appears as if forged in the very depths of Machamon, something like that. I've no doubt it shall prove the castle's latest masterpiece. We eagerly wait your return, my lady. Gusti, the royal steward. And then we had another one. Letter from King Demerin. Dear Maeve, you've my gratitude for attending the summit. With luck, we did not put off meeting any longer. What luck? We did not put off meeting any longer. From what my men say, armies on the march are kicking up a veritable dust storm across the Yoruga. Come what may, remember, you have my full and unconditional support, best wishes, Dimavold. And then we have reports. Okay, I think we can just put that up. We have reports. Nilfgaardian movement. Noted increased Nilfgaardian activity in foothills of Amil Mountain and near Redeborn. Ambassador claims routine training exercises, number of troops, quality of equipment indicate otherwise. Recommend strengthening border forces and tripling patrols along Uruga. So they're trying to do something, are they? Strays of Spalla. Bandit group formed after revolt in dungeons of Spalla Castle. Many pickpockets, racketeers, cut purses, assassins, armed with slings, daggers, instruments of torture stolen from Spalla, headsmen's axes, saws, hammers. Cleverer and bolder than common bandits attack heavily armed convoys, noblemen's mansions, unable to determine identity of group's leader. Did we not get the group's leader? Maybe not. So we have a map. This is the map. Oh, this is the map that we got where the chest was at. Okay. We don't have any keys and we don't have any card. Okay. So that's that. And we have something here more at the workshop, it looks like. So I can upgrade the royal treasury, increase the number of trinkets made can equip to 3. Building requirements. Why would I want that? Right now I don't even know what she can equip. That costs 1,500. Let's see if there's something else we need. Mess tent. So a place where you can... I think that's already updated. Yeah, this is locked. Command 10. So this one has one that I can upgrade. Okay, so use scouts to mark the location of treasure and resources on your regional map. So that's going to take away 250 wood and 750 crowns. And I think that's important. Enables unit creation and army building. This is going to add money on the map, basically. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so it's now part of our command tent. And then we have, and these are locked, I have no idea what they are. Training ground. Oh, that's going to cost money. Gain between 25 to 75 gold for every battle won. Wow, okay. Training ground provides access to the training grounds and enables you to recruit new combat units. Cool. Herald study. Gain 1 recruit after every battle won. But I don't think you can do those until you do... Well, you can do those. Okay, so there's going to have... You can do this one and you can go down here or here. And then workshop. Can we increase our workshop? Enable the construction of a new camp. So we already have that. Okay, we can upgrade this one. No, we don't. We have enough wood. Enable you to create new support troops in the command tent or increase Maeve's movement on the map by 5%. I wonder what that means. By 15%. Okay, but I think we've done everything we can with the resources we have. Okay. We've visited everything, the mess tent, the royal tent. We don't have anything more we can do here. Alright, so this is our lead camp. Remember that you can open your map by clicking on the compass rose icon on the left side of and that's this one over here. This is our map. Your primary task is marked with an exclamation point. To see what awaits you next, scroll through the map. So this is the golden chest that we found. This is where we currently are, and this is our destination, the main quest. Okay, since I have the scout's ability, I can spend 50 gold. So if I go here, they just tell them where the player's at anyway. Oh, here's the legend. Okay, so we have a puzzle. Oh, we have puzzles. Fast travel, point of interest. Okay. So if I want to spend 50 coins, which I'm going to do you wish to send scouts to reveal more areas of the map? Yes. Oh, so we have a point of interest here. That's all they got? That one for 50? Okay. Guess you're never going to know what you're going to get when you do that. So that is more or less the beginning of this game in the tutorial. I think there's more tutorials along the way. I'm pretty sure there is, but that's beautiful countryside. So I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode. So if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.